Hello! Welcome back to Glenleathann. As you can see, we are collecting bales. At the end of the last episode, I said, let me turn my speakers out a little bit, that we would windrow that grass and get our goats topped up, and then possibly purchase some more goats. Now that is still the plan. The field has been windrowed and it is good to go to be collected. So yeah, but I thought I'd do something really random. If you remember the last episode, I said, and I quote, I might sell that bale loader. Remember that? But guess what? Sold it. Also sold our pallet spike, bale spike, pallet spike. Sold our Albert bale spike, and we have a MX bale spike, which is what it is. And yeah, we are collecting bales the good old-fashioned way, and I actually quite enjoy doing this, to be honest. It chills me out, or relaxes me, if you please. So I may end up regretting it. Yeah, this is the second attempt at recording this, I must admit. Everything went slightly awry. So we sold our doohickey, and I bought that kitten, which is what it is, a Stewart bale loaded trailer mythic-bob. And yeah, and then it's got the adjustable sides. Both sides do drop down should I choose to do so, or just the one side if you're playing like I am, like some sort of strange little man. So that's where we're at with this. You chuck this bale in and I'll give you a tour of the trailer. So how far over we got? I did notice after I started stacking bales, just jump out, that there's no tension straps. So I think holding it in are these, I don't know what they are, these side rails, and the other thing to hold the bales in. So there's no, you know, strap them down, lock them in so they don't roll. It is what it is. Where it is where it stays. So this could all backfire. So yeah, I have been having a chinwag with Cavalier Roy, and he assures me that that Chinook sound that I can hear is this particular tractor. I did suggest an update for Chinooks flying over, you know, an alien Jim styly, and he's on sabbatical after all his hard work. Well deserved sabbatical, I might add, but a sabbatical nevertheless. So there's no Chinooks coming our way anytime soon. And in fairness, I wouldn't have the foggiest where to start adding, you know, that sort of thing into a map. It's not my forte. As I said, it took me a whole weekend to work out how to add goat milk to 2 sheep barns. So, you know, and that was only possible with the help of Farmer Bob and Disturbed Simulations, let's be honest. If I was left to my own devices, I would still be there now, trying to work out how to do a navigation mesh. So, yeah, that's where we are at. So we'll collect these bales, and what should we do? Collect the bales. It has gone 6. Collect the bales, go for a sleep. And then our 3-day seasons will restart. Because at the moment, we're still on the 1 day. So if we go for a kip, after we've collected these bales, and then in the morning, we shall head up to the store, grab ourselves a livestock trailer, head over to the animal dealers, and grab ourselves some more goats for the larger pasture. So we'll grab ourselves some goats for that, and yeah, use the forage wagon thing, pick up to grab said conditioned grass. Now, I'm hoping, if I've done it correctly, that our MAIZEPLUS food edition thing add-on, I've added in, because I was talking to a YouTuber who runs a dairy goat farm out in, he did say where it was. If I remember, I'll stick it on the screen about now. Somewhere in the sunny Africa. And I was right. They feed goats, oats, cracked corn, barley, black oilseed, some feed brewer's grain, hay pellets, alfalfa, all that good stuff. So I've added in I'm really full of allergies today, and I'm really trying not to cough. So if I go quiet, it's because I'm really trying not to cough like a trooper. I do have a drink next to me, so if it all goes too awry, I'll just have a drink. Yes, I've added all that in on every level. A bit like the conditioned grass. So if I add in barley, it will fill, not obviously, you won't fill it equally because that would be silly, but it will fill all 4 sliders. So we can now add barley and oats and sunflower seeds and just corn. Obviously there isn't cracked corn on this particular map. And with MAIZEPLUS installed, there's no chance of me adding any more field types. So, ooh, crumbles. Look at that in there. Bad it. I'm impressed with that. Now, can I move the trailer without it all going south? That noise, Cavalry Roy assures me, is the tractor. There we go, look. That'll work, he says. Hoping for the best. Now, I wasn't sure what sort of trailer to go for, whether to go for one like this or just a flatbed. And I saw this trailer and I was like, that is the trailer for me. So we've got the Richard Weston grain trailer. And now we have a STEWART bale trailer. A lot of YouTubers use the same old, and do the same thing. Everyone sort of, I wouldn't say copies each other, but there's only so many mods in the world, right? Now, I've not seen anybody. If you have, drop me a comment, let me know. I've not seen anybody run a dairy goat farm, and I've not seen personally anybody use that trailer. So yeah, I want to be a little bit different. I'm playing on Glenleathann, whereas all the YouTubers I follow are playing on Court Farms. Now, don't get me wrong, from what I've seen of Court Farms and the little bit of time I spent having a go on it, it is a mighty fine map. Oxygen David has done an amazing job, which we all expected he would, to be honest. I mean, Daggerwin's been playing on that map now for a good while, and yeah, the map looks absolutely stunning. Especially with the you know, the caravans and the yeah. I think, did Farm Sim guy help with the signage? Did I hear that? So the farm signs, I think Farm Sim guy helped with all that, and it all looks spectacular. Now, every man and his chihuahua and his chihuahua's chihuahua is now playing on Court Farms. There's only so many farms on Court Farms. I watched a YouTuber yesterday and they were playing on Court Farms. Now, the YouTuber that I watched after that YouTuber was also playing on Court Farms. I'm having a catch up. All my favourite YouTubers, and other than Mr. Silly Peep, who was playing, what was he playing? Purbeck with his Mrs. Silly Peep. Was the latest video I watched from him, or them, should I say. Everyone's playing on Court Farms. Now, the first YouTuber had the main start farm, and they harvested the field of wheat or whatever it was. They harvested the field. The second YouTuber I watched started with the main farm and harvested the same field of wheat. Now, the first YouTuber went on to mow the field, grab some hay for the livestock. The second YouTuber drilled the field. They both baled the straw, and then in the next episode the first YouTuber drilled the field and the second YouTuber baled the grass for hay. Both YouTubers I watched do a time lapse. Other than the fact that the tunes were different and it was done in a slightly different order, it was exactly the same. Now, I'm going to continue to watch, but I don't think I am going to do a series on there just yet, because everybody is doing a series on there and they're all doing, why are you rolling away from me? And they are all doing the same thing. Now, that being said, Eliakim 2727. Now I know I bang on about that bloke. He is a lovely, lovely man. He went and used the Start from Spring mod, which I was going to use on here, and it all went south. Start from Spring, and he's doing a start from scratch, which is a brilliant idea. Do something nobody else is doing. I noticed that Farm Sim Guy is doing a contractor roleplay type series. I did watch that episode, and that is also absolutely brilliant. If you haven't seen Farm Sim Guy's roleplay series on Court Farms, go check it out. It is really, really good. So to do something different, whilst everyone else is doing their thing is, I think, it's brilliant. It's those that are doing the same as everybody else. Do you know what I mean? They just, I don't know. And for that reason alone, I'm not going to be doing a series on court farms. Never say never, mind. I may at some point decide a series on court farms is just up my alley, and that's what I'll do. Until that point, I'm going to stick with Glenleathann. Now, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing Glenleathann right, because Cavalier Roy pronounces it differently to me. Glenleathann, I think you pronounced it, whereas I say Glenleathann. Is it Lethan or Leathan? Yeah. I'm going to go for Leathan because that's what my brain says. But if it's wrong, I'm happy to switch. Or maybe it's just a regional dialect, like scone and scone. Do you know what I mean? Jam first or cream first? Well, that's a question. I'll tell you what you do, you cut it in half, you put cream on, and then I'll blob a jam on both sides, and eat it like an open tart type thing. Twice as much. Right, so this is the straw all collected up. We probably should put this trailer under cover, shouldn't we? I'm not sure if this trailer is a 4D modded mod. It's got that 4D look about it, unless someone's ripped it off, and in which case I apologise to Iriagi and 4D modding. But that's a lovely mod. Lovely mod. Anyways, that's our new bale loading trailer thingy-me-bob. That's still in there with the arrows. It needs to do something. This is over here with the grain trailer next to this kitten. I'm thinking of getting rid of that. Although we don't have a flatbed other than that, and that hasn't got straps. So that could go horribly wrong. Why am I running this way, you ask? A, the baler's just sat there and it's supposed to be in the darn shed. I was just showing you that I've got this windroad. This is all windrowed up. So we are going to go for a kip. Head up to the store in the morning. Grab ourselves a livestock trailer. We may take the Landy for that. I am tempted to switch. I'm either going to use that weeder. I might sell that weeder as well. There's a few bits of machinery that I'm thinking of getting rid of. Now, in saying that, I was talking to Cavalier Roy, as I've mentioned before. And he enlightened me to the purposes behind the Fen. Because I was thinking about getting rid of it. Not a lot of horses. It's, you know, other than for moving the header around and that sort of thing. And I've got it narrows on there at the minute for a bit of field scanning. I thought it'd be pointless. Now, he assures me for, you know, carting the water tank back and forth, watering the animals, moving the header around, a little bit of tedding, a little bit of windrowing maybe. Not sure about the horsepower requirement for the Samaz and the thing. But that's what it's for. That's what he would use it for in real life. Now, I am not a farmer by any far stretching reach of the imagination. I am just a man who who enjoys playing farm sim. So that is that. Right. On that shininess, how much feed have these guys got? They have 9,000. Should we grab a load first of this? Totally could do. If we grab this grain trailer, and then, oh, I will do before it all goes horribly wrong, because you know it will. Let's reset that while I'm thinking about it. You know what I'm like. I just want to make sure that I've done it right and I can actually drop a few oats in. I'm not going to put a huge amount of oats in, just a few. All we have in here is oats, so let's put, that's nearly 2,000, right? And I'm hoping I can put oats into the, I was to say sheep then, into our goats. If we can put said oats into the goats, I know that I've done it right. That way we can plant oats and barley for our industrial scale. Yes! Look at that! Now let's have a quick look at the sliders. Where are we? Here. So we have 9783. Do I think I'm dyslexic with numbers? I'm always saying them in the wrong order. I can see the number, I know what the number is, but it doesn't come out the same. Maybe I'm number lexic. No, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just an idiot. You're not allowed to say that, but I can. So 3219. That's the first number all the way down the list. Now if I add that in, that unloads quick. Yeah, so every one has gone up one. Has it not? There we go. So now I can add oats and barley and all that good stuff to our goats. And then we need hay pellets for the hay requirement. Now, does anybody know if it's at all possible to, I might drop Disturb Simulations a message on his Discord, or I may drop the MAIZEPLUS guys a message on their Discord. You know the what's the word I'm looking for? The feed mixer wagon thing, and you can make piggy feed with it. Is there a way of making the feed mixer wagon thing not make pig feed, but make the what do you call it? Make the sheep feed. Cause sheep food's already a input, right? But add in goat based stuff, so like sunflowers and barley and oats and hay pellets into the feed mixer and then mix it. I mean, the chap I was speaking to says he uses a cement mixer in his yard and he chucks it all in the cement mixer, mixes it all together in equal parts of this, that and the other, and then once he does all that, I'll get this about halfway, we'll drop this in before we go to bed. Because this will be the 3rd episode in the same month. Although, does that really matter? Does it really matter? Might just finish off what I'm doing. I mean, September's going to be 3 days anyway, isn't it? That'll be 3 episodes. I'm just stringing this one long. We'll get a full trailer load. Yeah, so he mixes his goat feed in a cement mixer and then he drops it into 500 gallon barrels. Is it 500? No. 50 gallon barrels. That sounds better. Into 50 gallon barrels, which he then seals and stores for his, I think he said he's got 1,500 goats which roam free around his property. He brings in once a day for milking purposes. So, do you know what I'm saying? Just wondering whether I could make like a TMR mix with sunflowers and oats and stuff, hay pellets, that I could then overload into my goats. Does anybody know of anything? Because I don't. That's all it boils down to, is I don't know how to do it. I'm not going to lie about it, I don't know. I have had a look in the MAIZEPLUS stuff, and yeah, I can't work it out. These guys don't really eat grass. That's a sheep thing. So, what have we got on there? 17, 35. You know what? Now that I can feed oats and stuff, I don't think I'm going to give them the grass after all this hard work. I think we're just going to pick it up and sell it. Also, other than hay for the pellets, and we haven't even bought this pellet press machine yet, I might just dump that where that beet pulp is, because we're not going to need the beet pulp. But bear with. I think it was 30 grand. Productions, factories. It was the beet thing. Disturbed simulations. That's my goat dairy that I made. That's a standard EU dairy from Giants, and I've tweaked it to take goat stuff and make cheese and thingy out of it. Spinnery, grain, cereals, tailor shop. I'm sure I've got it installed. Pellet production, there we go. 30 grand. It's quite large, isn't it? We'll stick it here and get rid of these bunker silos. I'll make our own our own pellets. Pop in the hay and get hay pellets out. Do you see what I'm saying? You could pop that in there. We could spin it round. Need to work out where the triggers are. We could squeeze it where the chickens are. I think it'd make more sense to put it over here. You think? Put it here. We would have to sell 3 of those silos, those bunkers. Or dash it here. And depending on where the triggers are, here would be quite a good idea. Chances are the unload's going to be at the back. The overload's going to be at the back. So there wouldn't be a bad shout. We'll have to get rid of those bunker silos. We'll also add a bunker silo in somewhere else. Like here. We could stick a few in there. Wouldn't be 2 in the way, would they? What would they look like? Silos, manure heaps. Like that one there. It's a bit small. I have to go that way up. Looks a bit short, that one. What was that? 14. 18 there. What we got? That's just your standard tyre silo thing. We could squish one of those in there. That's about the right length, isn't it? That's tiny. That would be a bad shout. Bash one of those in. Or a really long one. Squeeze that up against the shed. Like that. Put that there. I'm still waiting for the fella to come out and put the gravel down. This could go. Because I'm not going to be using that anymore. That could go. Should we get rid of that? Yeah, that could go. And then if we get rid of that, where's the trigger for that? There we go. And that one. And that one. And then we get rid of that as well. And then we need to put the interactive zone markers back on so I can see where I'm looking. Production, factories. I've got to find it again now, haven't I? Where is it? Pellet production. Zzz. Yeah, as I thought, the unload is at the rear. So that needs to go somewhere there-ish. I need to get behind it and in front of it. Should we just chuck that in there? The ground should be pretty flat. I don't really want it to landscape anything, so let's just doof. There we go. Yeah, that'll be alright. Let's have a look. Oh, wrong way, this way. So we have a bunker in here. Do some silage should we choose to do so. And then this is... Do we unload at the front? Hay, beet, pellets, sugar beet. Beets, pellets, beet pulp. What's that other stuff? Molasses. So everything except the hay pellets. So the beet stuff requires molasses. The hay is just straight one hay to half a pellet. That's because it's condensed, one would assume. So do we unload here and collect from here? I think that's how that rolls. Right. Where's... So this stuff we're just going to sell. That is probably going to be solved because you don't need that. We're not getting piggies just yet. I'm trying to build up our reserves of goaty type shenanigans. Right, let's head up to the store. Grab ourselves a livestock trader. Oh. Do you know, I've been using this landy on, well, this particular one, but the open backed landy on Attingham Park for a while now. And I still can't control it. The steering is so sensitive with a controller, it is redonkulous. Yeah, it's just a little bit sensitive. Let's put it that way. It's a bit on the sensitive side. I was racking my brains talking of this sort of doohickey. Where's all the people gone? I think it's because it's late and the lights have come on and the people have disappeared. There's no people. They've all gone to bed. Oh, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Cavalier Roy, good buddy, that is awesome. This is what I find out the store's closed. Everyone's gone home. I can't buy any more goats, so I should have got a bed already. Oh well, we'll soon find out. Right, jump into the store. Still the same old in there. Not sure why I keep looking. I know it's not going to change. The day hasn't gone anywhere, has it? Let's be honest. Animal transport. I'm going to go for... what's that? 13. 10. 12. 9. Chickens. 13. 12 or 13 is about your maximum, unless you go for something silly like this. Or that. That holds 50. On a Roland, I think I'm going to go for the LST 8.5, the LSFM. I do believe that's one of Farmer Andy's creations, and he makes some pretty cool stuff, to be honest, mate. To be honest with you, he makes some really good stuff. Blue, green, that's pretty much the same as the green it already was. Ooh, that's in your face, isn't it? Got yellow. Everybody likes a bit of yellow. Yellow with a black top. And then what? White rims? What do you think? I'm going to go for no plate at the moment. I just thought that's the same as a landing almost. Oh well. It is what it is. I didn't even think about that until I jumped out of the store. I was like, oh no, it's the same colour as a Landy. It's like a bit big for the Landy. I was actually thinking, talking of the Land Rover, I've downloaded the other one. And I thought, oh, we could swap it out for that one. And you find out I haven't actually. This can. Switch it out for this one. But, as that's actually Land Rover branded, as it were. Yeah, this is the one I've got on Attingham. And this is the one I've got on here, and I still can't work it. Is what it is. That'll be alright. Coming through, good buddy. I would give him a bit of a bib. Bip bip. But I don't like the horn. It's got one of those musical fruity horn things, you know, that, oh, I just don't like it. Horns should go bib bib. Unless you're an ice cream man. But what do I know? What do I know? Time is ticking. So I think we'll grab ourselves. Should we get some adolescent goats? No, the little pen we're going to use for the adolescents, and then when they're old enough, we'll sell them on. And that's the plan for the little pen, little pasture. I think I'll grab 12, and we'll stick those in the large open pasture. And then we'll dash some oats in there. I mean, they will eat the grass because I've got animal grazing on. I think I need to go down there. Is it that one I need to go down? I'm glad I got a beacon on this. Yeah, and we'll get them fed, and then I think we'll call it an episode. And in the next episode, the beginning may be a bit of a time lapse of us selling off that conditioned grass. We're not going to get a lot for it. We'll get a couple of quid, but yeah, we'll sell that off. We'll sell off the straw. Where's the... That's over there. I thought I saw it. You could get some sheep. And we are a dairy farm for goats, but we could get some sheep. Now we have these Bentheim. Shall we get some? We got some stony goats, some mountain goats, and some Welsh goats. Should we go for some of these? Do for 12 of those. Yeah. Are they in there? Yep. They are in there. Okay, this is... I'm assuming that's the BALE sell point, isn't it? Must be. Well, in the next episode we shall be back. In the same place. It's not like it's just down the road either, is it? It's, you know, the other side of the map. To sell off our grass that we don't need anymore. Oh. I mean, if we get sheep, which I hadn't planned on getting sheep, we are a dairy farm for goats. But if we do end up getting a couple of sheep, we'll feed the grass. That wasn't for the lack of trying to stop, it just didn't. Oh. Yeah, so if we do get sheep, we'll feed grass. Failing that, we're not going to be feeding grass to our goats. They are a forager, like a deer. They're not a grazer like a cow. So I've been informed. I don't have a lot of experience with goats, I just think they're cute. A lot of people would agree that goats are cute with their slanty little eyes and their funny little bear, but I think they're cute, and that's all that matters, right? It's what I think. So, talking about what I think, I was talking to Cavalier Roy. Yeah, we've had a chinwag. Best buds we are now. I even caught his live stream the other day. It wasn't on very loud, so I couldn't hear what he was saying, but I could see what they were doing, you know. I was putting the kiddies to bed. Anywho, I keep saying in my videos on the second episode, I'm not sure how long this is going to run for. If you want to see more of it, drop me a comment, and that's what I've always said. And if the views aren't great and no one really drops me a comment, after episode 3, it's a mini series, and this is as far as it's going. You'll get 6 episodes, and that's your lot. A bit like Pulsine, East Glenleathann. I mean, people watched it, nobody commented, nobody left, you know, me little messages to say, oh yeah, we really love it, keep going, or... So I didn't. I did have a comment from AgTech that said, why are they so long? He can't watch it in his lunch break. He's going to have to find an evening where he can sit down and watch them. So yeah, so they ended up as mini-series, is 6 episodes, and that was my original plan with this one. Now I haven't got the save for Pulsine, I must admit. I don't have the save for that anymore. But I do have the save for East Gulligan, and I am still playing. For me. Not for anybody else. For me. We shall put these down the other end, I think. We'll put them down here. And yeah, so what Mr. Cavalier Roy said was that I should play for me. If I'm having fun, then you guys would watch. So I should do what I enjoy, and I came to the conclusion that if they are in there, honest, I'm going to move this forward a little bit. I need to get to that feed trigger. I came to the conclusion that if I continuously... How do they live in the shed? If I continuously try to please everybody, I'm not going to end up pleasing anybody, and no one's going to want to watch. Right, there's one. Yeah, and nobody's going to want to watch. So, this may continue as a long series, because I really want to succeed in this goat farm. Anywho's, back to the goats. So, we've placed 12 in goat pasture large left, which is this one. It does run on the same nav mesh, well not the same, but the same nav mesh as the centre one. So they run around. In case you guys missed my waffle, as far as I'm aware, giants only allow 25 visible livestocks per pasture, pen, barn thing. So what I've done, I've added 2 to the same nav mesh, although they've got their own nav mesh, so it just overlaps. Which means, the little nav mesh is still here, so they'll graze, and the little nav mesh on this one's still here, so they will graze, but the big nav mesh is overlapped, so they will actually run around, and I can now get 50 visible goats. It doesn't do a lot of good for my FPS, but on the whole, it does exactly what it says on the tin. Now, I need this. So we're not going to stick that in there, we're going to sell it. And then we'll have to cut another field. Where am I going? I'm trying to grab the livestock trailer to put feed in there. Darn the dag nabbit. There it is. I'm still tempted, because originally my plan for this was to have a lot of old school equipment like the Fiat Agri and some Fords, and what else did I have? Little Deutz-Fahrs, like the DX. Am I not in the trigger? Like the DX 140s and the 681s and all that good stuff. It was the original plan when I had my brainwave, but I ended up moving Cavalier Roy's start equipment down here to this farm after I made all the pens, because again the people that are playing on this map have chosen the same farm doing the same thing. In Venice there's only Darwick Dog, he's doing a series. Who else did I see doing a series on it? Darwick Dog, Cavalier Roy obviously been playing on it. We did a couple of live streams. Can't think how. There was somebody else. AVS TV, AVS Farming TV, AS Farming TV, something like that. And they've pretty much done the same. I think Darwick actually picked the farm in the middle of the map, which I think was awesome. Obviously Disturbed has gone for the map at the top. the farm at the top of the map. Right. Let's check on these goats. How are we looking? They have feed. It's not a lot of feed. They just turn off, yeah. Right, we're here. It's not a lot of feed. Have I done something wrong? I've done something wrong, haven't I? Did I put 10,000 litres in there? I can't remember, I put 10,000 litres in there. I don't think I did. 10, 8, 23? Did I put that in there? Yeah, food. 2705. Which is what's in the first one. Am I going to have to... I need to add stuff in, don't I, into the MAIZEPLUS thing. The same as the grass conditioned for the oats and that. That's what I didn't do. Oh, well, we've gained a bit of feed, I suppose. He's happy. Right. On that shiny note, let's get in here so we can see something. I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to have a mess around with that MAIZEPLUS and see if I can get that working properly. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to my waffle. Please like, subscribe and comment. Each and every one of you, please. Take care, and I shall see you all in my next adventure. Cheers, guys.